Hey, I don't know what you've been hearing about the Wesley Chapel real estate market, but I'm here to share some data with you about what actually transpired in the month of September 2025. And hope you find this interesting. My name is Brian Webb with Florida Executive Realty, and this is a snapshot of, again, what took place in September in Wesley Chapel. So it seems like no conversation about real estate can get very far without talking about interest rates. So if you take a look at the chart, this is from the last week of September. It's a nationwide survey of what lenders are offering their mortgage products at, and we're at 6.3% at the end of September. If you look back over the past year, you'll notice that the rates have been somewhere between 6, 7. That's a joke for the teenagers out there. Nobody knows what 6, 7 means, but that's where rates have been between 6 and 7% for the year. We're 6.3, and we'll see what happens going forward. So first, let's take a look at active single-family homes, and I want you to pay attention to the two boxes on the right: the median list price and the median days on market. So here's all the single-family homes, Wesley Chapel, all Wesley Chapel zip codes. 528 listings. You see the median days on market and the median list price. Now, watch what happens to those two numbers on the right as we go through our pending and sold. You'll notice something interesting. From all active single family homes, now we move to pending. And you notice the difference in the median days on market for the pending compared to the active and the median list price compared to the active median list price. Lower days on market, lower list price. And I think that is instructive for someone considering selling their house. And finally, for single family homes, we had 96 sales in the month of September. 24 of those were new construction. New construction builders are professional sellers, they're professional marketers. They're offering some really exceptional incentives right now, including lower interest rates, paying for closing costs and things like that. As we get closer to the end of the year, some builders have their fiscal year is up at different times throughout the rest of the remaining months. So it might be a good time to jump into new construction if you're considering that as an option in your home buyer. If you're a seller, it's something to consider, especially in certain pockets of Wesley Chapel. You might be in direct competition with the builder and their what they're offering. So something to consider. Notice the days on market and the median sale price, both lower. We kept stair stepping down from active to pending to sold, and that is a typical uh, chain of events that happens this time of year as we get out of the busy season and into the slower but still active time frame of the fall. Now, with 96 properties sold, 100 and some under contract, and 528, we're sitting about five-ish months of inventory for single family homes in Wesley Chapel. All right, now let's move to townhomes, another big portion of the Wesley Chapel market, especially in communities that continue to build out. So we have 150 active listings, 77 days on market, 310,000 median list price. Again, watch those two numbers on the right. You'll see a stair step similar to our single family homes. These are the pending townhomes, 29 under contract, 58 days on market on average, on median, sorry, and 293. So again, our median list price of active homes was 310. The median list price of pending homes is 293 of townhomes. And let's take a look at what sold in September to finalize this. And finally, this is what sold in September for townhomes. We had 22 sales, 7 of them were new construction, 45 days on market, and a 288 median sold price. So again, a stair step down from what is active, pending to sold. Consider that when you're out there shopping, when you're out there, if you're considering selling your house. If you want to have a longer conversation with me, please. So data is great and wonderful, but without context and without application, it's a little bit useless. Just head knowledge. If you want some specific information, like I said, I'm happy to have a conversation with you, whether you're buying or selling in this market. We can dive into the data, find out your goals, and see where these things align and help you get to an excellent outcome for you and your family. Hope you guys have a great month. Contact information is here. Brian Webb, Florida Executive Realty. Talk to you later.